Being Black and upper class has in no way been a persecution for me. It has, however, been a front row seat to a kind of white rage that affects everyone, no matter what social, racial category you slot into in society. This rage flies under the radar, it's made invisible, it's been around for a long time, it runs on the same economic, political playbook that it has since the end of the Civil War, and it's hurting all of you. All of you. Unless you're Jeff Bezos, but that's not you.
When white folks say black people didn't earn it, we all know that's just projection. 95% of Trump's cabinet is completely incompetent, unqualified white people. In America, the good old boy network is often more the reality than merit-based hiring. This is a perfect example of why DEI exists in the first place. Because in America, obviously, inequality, discrimination, and white racism is off the fucking charts. And it always has been. These are facts, folks. So when they say merit-based hiring, fuck you. A perfect example. Obama, as a black man, had to be literally perfect in every possible fucking way imaginable to get elected. He was a highly educated lawyer, a genuine family man, literally zero scandals, experienced in government, who was a true unifier that possessed integrity, moral character, ethics, eloquence, intelligence, and carried himself with dignity, respect, and he honored the office. With Trump, there's too many amoral, inhumane things to list, so I'll just touch on a few. Trump, as a white man, was elected despite being the most divisive, corrupt, immature, lying, manipulative, deceitful, treasonous, fascist, and criminal person to ever run for the presidency. Not to mention, who is a proven sexual predator and an openly racist person. My point is this: black folks in America need more than just merits and qualifications to get into positions in many white-run establishments. Not only do they have to be perfect, they need establishments and institutions that do not discriminate, which is why in a white supremacist nation, DEI is critical to help with equality and justice. But now the term DEI and DEI hire is being recoined as the new N-word for many far-right racists like our current administration. Important initiatives like CRT and words like woke have been distorted and demonized by far-right extremists in order to destroy racial progress and justice.
Dear white people, no one is asking you to apologize for your ancestors. We're asking you to dismantle the systems of oppression they built that you maintain and benefit from. Now the question becomes, do you understand how you maintain and benefit from these systems of oppression? You know, this reminds me of a meme I used to love. It said that particular people do not want to be blamed for their ancestors' actions, but they sure as hell don't want to let go what their ancestors left for them. If you inherit a business and you believe the profits is the only thing you taking on and you ain't taking on none of the debt, it's kind of crazy. Do you understand how trust and distribution of wealth and how we pass things from generation to generation? I don't understand why this concept is so hard to grasp. In closing, though, nobody blaming you for nothing. We just think it's your responsibility to help us deconstruct the systems that you maintain and benefit from. Amen. Education is elevation.
At this point, when you have two kids that can't agree on anything, they always constantly bickering and fighting and arguing, what do we normally do? You separate them. Segregation might be the best way, might be the best course of action at this point. Camilla was sitting by himself under the tent. Not by himself, but with others, of course. Conveniently, the white boys came out from another tent. Eyewitnesses corroborate this. They do. Come over to the tent, tell him to leave. They start jumping on him, punching him, all that stuff. Put out a knife, poked him. Life goes on, people. It goes on. To those of you who are on the inside, that are my color, you go on over there. Stay there. Don't try to come back. We don't want you.
It's quite funny to see how till date we are still hearing the word racism in America is getting at a high level. Some people, they don't want to stop it. Some people, they are still have that mindset of keep discriminate one group to other. They don't understand. They don't want to hear anything to stop it, or to feel that they've been making a mistake, or they've been fed up with the bad propaganda that it's high time to stop each and everything. When you try to see what is really happening, the way Black people has been denied a lot of opportunities for years, you could ask yourself one question: what was the reason why, even till date, they are the most targeted people? Why each and every time all eyes are on them, all race are checking on them to see what are they doing, what is really happening on them, what they are busy doing? Guys, let's talk about this episode. Let's get to hear these different videos I gathered for you. All credits belongs to the original creators. Drop your opinion in the comment section. Then we'll come back with more commentaries.
You know, a white person said something to me the other day that shocked me. Not really, but it kind of did, coming from this individual, because they were actually being honest. Usually all they do is gaslight and bullshit, but they actually had a breakdown and had an honest moment. When we were talking about race in America, she said, I don't think Black people deserve equality and justice because they could never get enough. And I realized, for the first time I've ever talked to this person about race, she was actually being brutally honest. And I also realized this is the psyche of white America. Not all, but for the majority. Most of white America have always been scared of Black and brown folks getting justice, getting equality, getting what's fair, because they want to hold and cling on to white supremacy so dearly, that system that protects their privilege, that dominant hierarchy position of whiteness. That being said, I'm going to say something, and I want you to let it set. I just want you to sit with it. Let it settle into your consciousness. Just let it set with you for a while before you get into your feelings, into your denial, into your ignorance, into your delusion racially. Just let it set and listen. Until we fix white supremacy, everything we do as a nation will fail. Why does America keep voting against its own self-interest? Why do we continue to do things that undermine our very well-being? White supremacy is the living, festering cancer, devouring our nation from the inside out. It's the toxic force behind every backward policy. The exact reason we're so stunned and shamefully far behind other developed nations. White supremacy, the very thing white America claims to despise, yet simultaneously denies, gaslights about, actively avoids, and utterly ignores, all while perpetrating racism. The reason this country keeps voting against its own damn self-interest, the reason we consistently shoot ourselves in the foot, is brutally simple. Pure terrified fear of a Black and brown nation. Fact. This isn't new. This isn't just about today. This is history's cruelest loop.
I think the real reason that white people, well, some white people get upset or like don't understand when they see Black people in spaces that they're in, or Black people in positions of authority or advancing and things like that, the reason that they relate it to like, well, it must be like you're getting something that you're not qualified for, like it is racism, but there's another underlying part of that, and it really boils down to the fact that they can't fathom a reality where you advance in life, where you get a position, where you move up at all without stealing something or stepping on somebody or exploiting somebody. They can't, in their brain, they don't have any recall within their collective history of any time period where they've been able to build without stealing or massacring or doing something to somebody else. So like when they see another group of people, whether that be Black people or POC, in positions that they feel like, well, no, that's my position. And when they see them, they think that, well, you couldn't have got it any other way besides taking it from somebody and like stealing it. There's no way you actually worked for it, because in their history and present day, they don't have, even within the country itself, standing up the United States, they don't have any like precedent of like existing, like moving up, like building without taking something from somebody, without stealing. Like they have no creativity in their mind. Well, not even creativity, they have no recall and lack the imagination to imagine that being a possibility. So when they see a Black person or a POC in spaces and things like that. It's got to be the DEI thing, even though it don't make sense. That's the only thing they have in their brain. It's like the only way you able to make it, the only way I know you make it in this world is by stealing stuff and like, you know, exploiting and like taking things away from people that belong to them. Big things, and that's it. That's all they got. So yeah, it's the racism, of course, but it's also there's another part of that psychologically where they just don't have the recall. There's no precedent set yet, and they refuse. I don't know, to set a precedent where they can, you know, advance, evolve without exploiting or stealing from other people.
White people need to talk more about race with their family and community. I know that this sounds counterintuitive because your feed is probably filled with white people talking about race when it is obviously an issue that affects people of color, but the problem is that it's perpetuated in white families in ways that they do not realize. I am trying to call out the racism that is either explicit or implicit among white circles. People act racist a lot of the time behind closed doors, which is something that I, as a white person, see a lot. It doesn't matter if I'm in Chicago, if I'm in rural California, if I'm in rural places, generally speaking, white people are racist in the US. And sometimes in ways that they don't even realize. So my goal with my content is to see this, to report on it, to encourage white people to evaluate critically what that means. Although it might seem like I am trying to take away voices of people of color, I'm not trying to speak on the effects of racism or anything like that. I'm trying to talk about how it's systemic and encourage other white people to evaluate their biases, because I understand this because of the environment I was raised in, which is very conservative.
At this point, when you have two kids that can't agree on anything, they always constantly bickering and fighting and arguing, what do we normally do? You separate them. Segregation might be the best way, might be the best course of action at this point. Camilla was sitting by himself under the tent. Not by himself, but with others, of course. Conveniently, the white boys came out from another tent. Eyewitnesses corroborate this. They do. Come over to the tent, tell him to leave. They start jumping on him, punching him, all that stuff. Put out a knife, poked him. Life goes on, people. It goes on. To those of you who are on the inside that are my color, you go on over there. Stay there. Don't try to come back. We don't want you. And in truth, white folk really don't either, truthfully. They don't really trust. One thing I can say about them that I kind of like is they don't trust turncoats. Their own people and you. And to you Hispanics that think you this, you stay over there too. Let's just separate. I mean, fuck it. Why not? I'm cool with it. It's just hilarious to me that when I saw the posts that them two twins made showing guns and shit like that, flashing guns, I wish a monkey would show up at this track meet, flashing a little Glock with a little light on it and shit, and another little small AR pistol. That's so funny that y'all tell us not to make it about race, but you do all the time. All the time. Y'all made this about race. So guess what we're doing? Following suit. So just like you stand with your folk, which is what you're supposed to do, nobody faults y'all for that. Nobody. Stand your ground. Do that. We're going to stand with our people too. Period. You publicly display your unity. I'm publicly, and we are publicly displaying ours. You get my point? Just don't fuck with us. Leave us the fuck alone. We don't want to be around y'all no fucking way. We don't. We want to be left alone. And when you find yourself nosy and trying to find out what we're doing, you want to be around and find out, oh, what are the blacks over here doing? What are they doing over there? Don't worry about it. Mind your own boring ass business, okay?
Is a couple of years back, I was all dressed up with black and white cousins. We're all dressed up. There's a good group of us, maybe 12. And we're going to the symphony. This symphony is it's manned by tons of volunteers, right? People who want to help you. People who are excited to see young people come to the symphony. And we get there and I've got my 8 or 9 tickets all connected. And this older white woman, member of my community, is doing the scanning. I can tell from the get-go, she doesn't really want to help me. She's peeved. And I'm thinking, why? I've got this huge group of people coming in. Like, this is a win for the local community symphony. So she scans all my tickets, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She gets to the 8th or 9th one. I don't remember how many exactly we had. It doesn't beep. Now, mind you, I had to pick up these tickets at will call with an ID, with my name. And she knows this because she's a volunteer before I come to her. She scans the last ticket that has the symphony's name on it. I mean, it's got all the official stuff. And she explodes with this quiet anger and this total frustration. Like, she's just like, she knew it. She knew I was a thief. And she loudly, in front of everybody, accuses me basically of stealing a ticket and attaching it to the legitimate tickets, which is how you should do crime. Now, that's a ridiculous thing. We sorted it out. We found out that yes, while she was following the rules as to what to do if I guess a thief comes and attaches a fake ticket to a bunch of real tickets, she did not know how to use her scanner properly. But instead of having customer service, instead of thinking about how one should approach this, she responded with the anger that was already inside of her. She'd already assumed and knew that this kind of place was not for people like us. And she didn't want to have to let us in. And if she could get us out on a technicality, on a quiet rule, and she threw up her hands, I can't help you, I can't do anything, she would. That is a very tiny, low stakes example of the work Carol Anderson, as a historian, has done in looking at the documented and demonstrated examples of rulemaking and code making that certain people in higher classes have used to quietly make sure that lower class whites and Black people with wealth cannot get ahead.
You all remember since DT came back in office in this year, he started to say each and everything you want to hear his speech. He's trying to bring that white supremacy. He's trying to make one group feel that you belong here, this one belongs here. We don't want to think that this time around each and everything is perfect. We are united. No, no, no. No wonder you have seen a lot of people kept saying they want to bring segregation. They want to bring martial law. This is something they've been planning to do, but each and every time they want to try it, they don't know which way to go to make it official. You have seen people kept saying, if it's what you want, let's just bring segregation if that's what you want, because we are used to see something like this. You've been there for so long being segregated as we've been seeing you all your steps, or you've been trying to do on our people. This is not something new. A lot of people has been denied a lot of opportunities. Whenever you want to rise up your voice, they don't want to hear anything from you. You will never see federal funds come out to help these people, because each and every time it's their target. It's already installed in their system not to do something for them, because they already know whenever they came out to help them, these people, they will go far. No wonder you keep seeing, a lot of people keep saying, this land is full of racism, is full of discrimination, this group don't want this. This is something they keep teaching their kids when they are growing up. Don't like this, don't associate with this, we don't want you to see this. But when you try to observe it well, and when you try to ask these small kids, why do you really grow up have this hatred toward these people, you hear saying, my parents told me not to do anything with them. My parents don't want me to be associated with them. But they don't want to tell them the really true why they dislike this race. Because if they come out to say, see, these people are the great people, these people, they will go far, they are talented, they have each and everything, they know how to do things better, they have a sharp mind, that kid will run away from them to go to that side. No wonder they just say, don't go there. They are bad people. They are abusive. They are aggressive. Don't do this. Don't do that. If you stay with them in a class, just try to bully them, discourage them for not them coming back to school. No wonder. This time around, Black people, they keep saying, we are used. There is nothing you are going to do which is going to stop us to do what we are doing. You have seen since this new administration came back in the press, these things of racism it started to rise up again in a new form, in a new image, till people couldn't even understand. You've been hearing DI. DI has been there helping a lot of white people. But since DT came back in office and tried to remove it, he tried to make people feel that it was only made for helping these black people. And it was not like that. It's a lie. But whenever people try to say DI right now, you hear that they are saying about minority. That's it. It means the black people. Now you see? And yet, some people, they are saying, why people are keep pushing these things of hatred? Why people, they can't even think twice to stop each and everything? Either you push them to stop them, that's how they are. There is nothing you are going to change about them. The good party right now is that black people, they know themselves. They know that they are great people. Either you do bad things to them, they will not respond. Either you plan evil things on them, they know how to struggle and to come out on each and every situation. No wonder you see this time around, whenever they try to check on them, what are you doing? Why these people are so quiet? This time around, we are in a digital world. Whenever you want to say, whenever message you want to tell your people, it will reach in a second to each and everyone. Because right now, each and everyone has social media. No wonder you are seeing they are trying to look a way possible to cause quarrel, to provoke this group so that they will react and say, see, this is how we've been saying. No wonder this time we are seeing a lot of palm-colored people starting to fear black people because they know they no longer have that sympathy to keep pushing. Because how are you going to live with someone who doesn't want you? How are you going to keep being humble to someone who always show you that level of hatred? This is high time each and everyone would mind their own businesses. This is high time each and everyone will know that there is boundaries. It's been long, these black people struggling in the hands of these people. They've been always treated badly. They've been always pushed them away. But I don't understand. Why are you angry that this time around they have that peace of mind? Why are you angry that they're not coming out to help you whenever you want their help? Why are you angry? Why are you alleged that they don't respond in each and everything? No wonder you are seeing each and every time these palm-colored people, they are trying to come out to expose the truth. They are coming out to say that our people messed up. We are victims of each and everything. We are passing through a lot because of misinformation, of propaganda. They've been lied to us. They've been fooled us. We are done. Now we are starting to realize this minority group, everyone we grew up fighting, they are good people. Whenever you have a friend from them, they will help you. They are kind. They have emotions. But this, our group, our only group, what they taught us, it was completely a lie. Guys, I don't know what you think, because when you try to see this level of racism right now in America, if people don't do something, I don't know how it's going to end. I don't know how it's going to end. We hope these few people who are starting to rise up, to express, to apologize, that they are stopping being racist because they never knew they are hurting other people. We hope these people, they will keep rise up day as day. They'll keep rise up as days goes by, because if they don't ever expect any help from black people. Don't ever expect that these people you've been harassing for so long, they are going to come and help you because you are crying on internet, because you are used to see them coming for you whenever you need their help. I don't think so. Guys, drop your opinion in the comment section. Thank you for watching this episode. See you in my next video. Bye.